A group of activists says its aid boat was hit by a drone strike as it prepared to deliver humanitarian supplies to Gaza. Authorities responded to a fire on board a ship of the Freedom Flotilla Coalition off the coast of EU member state Malta. Now, no casualties have been reported. The activists were hoping to break through Israel's blockade of Gaza, which the UN says is facing one of the worst humanitarian crises in the world.
These images have been released by the Freedom Flotilla Coalition. The group says one of its vessels, the Conscience, was attacked by Israeli drones, causing a fire to break out on board. The Maltese government says maritime authorities responded to a distress call and immediately sent support. It says the fire was put out within hours and everyone on board was unharmed. Activist Greta Thunberg was in Malta getting ready to board the ship. But she says the damage means it can no longer set sail to Gaza as planned.
There was an unprovoked attack with 2 drones, which led to an explosion that caused significant physical damage to the boat, making it unable to continue. Right now, if the boat continues, it will take on so much water that it will sink. That means that this attempt to get aid into Gaza will not be able to get in the assistance that is so urgently needed.
Israel has cut off Gaza from essential supplies, including food and medicine, since the beginning of March. The UN and the Red Cross say the conditions for civilians in the territory are catastrophic.
Food stocks have now mainly run out. Water access has become impossible. In fact, as I speak to you, just below, downstairs from this building, people are fighting for water. There's a water truck that has just arrived.
For years, the Freedom Flotilla has sought to draw international attention to Israel's blockades of Gaza. But their missions to deliver humanitarian aid directly to the territory have always been resisted by Israel.
Tighe Barry is a peace activist from the women's peace and social justice movement, CodePink. He's also a member of the Freedom Flotilla crew and was supposed to board the aid ship to Gaza. He joins us from the Maltese capital, Valletta. Tighe, good to have you with us. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you got to the ship as well after the incident. Can you tell us the state of the boat and its crew?
Well, at the moment, we're taking on some water, and we had a major fire on the bow of the boat, and the crew is doing well, but they were extremely concerned last night because they spent another night bobbing around in the water with the Maltese military ship hanging off its bow, warning them that they cannot enter into the port of Valletta, even though they are taking on water and they have damage to their engine and other things. These are violations of maritime rules and international law. We did go out to the boat. We were not able to enter the boat because of once again, the Maltese government suddenly is turning around about face and telling us we cannot get on our own boat that we've done so much work to get with the great amount of humanitarian aid that is so vital to the people of Gaza.
And what did people tell you about what happened, that particular incident?
So we were 45 activists from around the world here in Malta. We followed every maritime law, every EU law, and laws of Malta. We applied for the ship to go from Tunisia to Malta to pick us up at 12 miles out at sea. We were given permission by the Maltese government. They were going to supply us with immigration and customs at 3 a.m. Just before that time was reached, some organization, we don't have absolute proof, but there was a flight from the state of Israel that came close to Maltese waters and then turned around and left, and we were attacked by drones that launched bombs onto the bow of the boat. We were then told we cannot leave Malta on the boat. We cannot enter the boat. We cannot help the people that are stranded on this boat, bobbing around at sea. The flag of the boat was removed. Several governments have threatened us, such as Greece and Turkey and Tunisia, and said the boat cannot enter there. The captain, who is from Azerbaijan, was threatened with losing his license and possible jail time by the government of Azerbaijan if he attempts to move the boat. So we have a boat that's stuck out at sea, which is a violation of all maritime rules. And last night, they attempted to come into the port of Malta because, one, they are extremely concerned about the re-bombing of their boat by some entity, and also the fact that they are in danger of taking on water, and they were denied access, which is a violation of maritime law.
Okay, Tighe Barry, we'll have to leave it there. Tighe Barry,
Freedom
Flotilla crew member. So we've run out of time, but thank you for speaking to us.